What's up, guys? Higgins in Japan here with a quick video for you. Now, this is just going to be me talking for a couple seconds here and then go into the actual video, which is not video, it's audio. But a couple of weeks ago, or a week or so ago, you might have heard or remembered that there was a missile alert in Hawaii. Well, I have a cousin who is a DJ on a radio station, and he wanted to interview me because I live in Japan and I've been through those missile alerts before. And so what you're about to hear is the interview that was on the radio station in Dayton, Ohio. And so there'll be a link in the description to his Facebook page, so go check that out. And hope that you enjoy my little interview. Sorry, my audio is not that good. Apparently, I need a better microphone for recording interviews with. So we'll add that to the list of things that I need to get to make YouTube great again. All right, catch you guys later. Peace.
95.3 and 101.1. This is the New Eagle Morning Zoo. My name is Todd. I'm sure over the weekend you saw that the folks in Hawaii got a false ballistic missile alert on their phones and on their TVs, their computers, their laptops, and many people went into panic mode, and you can't blame them. Turns out it was all just a big mistake, a false alarm. Literally, some guy hit the wrong button. That according to their emergency management manager, Mr. Miyagi. Yes, that's his name. But I got to thinking about this. I have a cousin who lives in Japan, and he's actually lived through a number of real missile alerts because of North Korea test launching ballistic missiles over Japan. And I've got Andrew on Skype right now just to get his insight on what that must be like living through one of these missile alerts. Andrew's a teacher. And Andrew, where exactly in Japan do you live?
So I live in Tochigi Prefecture, which is, I would say, about an hour and a half north of Tokyo.
So what are the alerts like in Japan? I would assume you get them the same way as they did in Hawaii.
Because of the major earthquake that happened back in 2011, all phones in Japan are actually required by law to have some sort of early warning alarm system on them. So they just recently updated the phones to now also include missiles, and not just earthquakes.
So I have to ask, what is it like to be sitting there and all of a sudden your phone is screaming and telling you that there are missiles heading your direction?
The first time it happened, I thought, oh, this is going to be a big earthquake. But I noticed that the sound was slightly different. And so, I picked up my phone and it says, missile. And I was like, no, wait, am I reading this right? Because it's in Japanese. The earthquake ones now include a little bit of English as well, but the missile alert ones are still in Japanese. And I read it and I said, it's missile. Wait, no, there's no way that I'm reading that right. So I kind of sit here for a second and look around and, pick up my TV remote and turn on the TV. And that's when I see, oh, wait, this is a missile? Like, this is an actual alert that I just got on my phone. It was kind of surprising. And then the thought sets in of like, am I supposed to be doing something? If there's an earthquake / tsunami, where do I go for high ground? But for a missile, I'm like,
Well, exactly. I'm not sure what you're going to do. You're certainly not going to be able to hide under the desk. That's probably not going to protect you. I think if it were me, I'd make a stiff drink, sit back, relax, and just watch it all unfold.
That's really all you can do, I guess. I mean, I just, look out the window and see if I can see anything and kind of turn on the news and see what's going on, and they usually have got a better, idea of where the trajectory for the rocket is, and they know where to kind of stay away from. So I don't think there's like fallout shelters.
And if there are, who knows if you have enough time to get to a fallout shelter. What are the people in Japan, how do they react when something like this happens?
You kind of go on with the day, and you talk about it at work, and I'm an English teacher, and so some of the students want to talk about it or want to ask me about it or ask my thoughts about it. And honestly, I think people that I talk to, the people I work with, North Korea is kind of just looked at as a joke still. They don't really take a lot of that stuff seriously. It's like, oh, North Korea's at it again.
Well, the thing that would concern me, it's not even so much that they would that North Korea would target Japan, but what if something happens along the way? The missile explodes over Japan and there's debris, or or something like that. I mean, that would happen, and then suddenly we're at the next step.
Right, and that's what concerns me is that, like, yeah, they're all going over Japan or they're landing in the ocean, but like, what happens when they hit a fishing boat, or they, there's a lot of commercial planes that fly in that area. Like, what happens if some piece of something hits a plane? And like, that's what I'm concerned about.
Well, I'll tell you, I just really can't imagine being in Hawaii, being one of those folks, and going about my day, and all of a sudden my phone erupts and it says missile heading your way. I just can't even imagine being in that situation.
I mean, well, I guess at least they know that the system works. It's something that, like, I don't want to be complacent about it, because that sometimes happens with the earthquake stuff. It's like, oh, another earthquake alarm, it shouldn't be too bad. But it's not really a panic moment, but it's definitely like a, what should I be doing moment.
Well, Andrew, I really do appreciate you talking with us this morning, and hopefully you won't be jarred awake anytime in the middle of the night because of another missile alert.
Yeah, it's an odd way to wake up.
Well, say hello to your mom and dad for me. Now let's take a look at traffic here in the Miami Valley.